Hi, Leo. So let's look at the current energies of your love situation, your love life, the person that you are in a relationship with, or the person that you are interested in. I have two tarot decks, then I have a Lenormand deck and the Big Picture Oracle deck. So I'd like to see what energies we're working with for you, Leo. So we have Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Five of Cups, the High Priestess, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Hermit. Underneath this deck, we have the Three of Cups. So we'll get some of these Lenormand cards next. So there's the Road, the Mountain, the Clover, the Snake, the Bear, and the Scythe. Underneath this deck is the Letter. So then we'll get six of these tarot cards. I'm doing a 4-layered spread here so we can really get into this energy. So there's the Three of Wands, Seven of Cups, Six of Cups, Strength, the Emperor, Seven of Wands. Underneath this deck is the Tower. And then we'll get two of these Big Picture Oracle cards and then we'll get started. So there's the Cross and the Tower, and underneath this deck is the Ship. So let's see what's going on here. Leo, I can see already that something happened in this relationship. There could have been a breakup, but if it wasn't a breakup, it's something where the rug was pulled out from this relationship completely. There's been a massive change in the relationship, and it could have to do with some kind of a communication from a third party. And by third party, I do not mean an affair, although for those of you who it was an affair, you would know about this already because this is under the deck. But some information from an outside party came in and blew this relationship up. And with the Ship card, I feel like you're moving on from each other. But let's see what's going on here. So the energy between you is the Ace of Pentacles, the Bear, the Emperor, and the Tower. This feels like a very powerful connection when it comes to how you're presenting each other, just the relationship itself, the energy that exists between the two of you is very powerful. But with the Emperor and the Tower, it feels to me almost like there's both of you may be trying to control the situation too much instead of just surrendering to what the universe is trying to direct you towards, because I do see the Tower and the Ship underneath the deck, which tells me that the universe is trying to direct you in a different way. Pulled the rug out from under you, pulled the anchor up on your sailboat, and it looks so far like the universe is nudging you away from this. You're not really listening to that. It feels like both of you are not listening to that. You're trying to start again. But I do see that there is an energy here of perhaps too much control, not enough going with the flow, not enough trust in the universe. You could be dealing with an Aries because I'm seeing the Emperor here, but you certainly don't have to. You could be dealing with another fire sign. And in which case it feels like you both want to be the leader. And I'm not so sure that that's working out. So, but I do get the sense that you both want to try again, regardless of what had happened. So in your person's feelings, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Snake. So the Snake can sometimes represent third parties, and we did see the Three of Cups here, which is not always my card of third parties, but the way it's coming in here, I do feel like, do you hear my cat running in and out? Anyway, the Snake can be a card of third parties. So I feel like your person feels like they did something wrong and they would like to do whatever they possibly can in order to help to rectify that situation. With the Knight of Pentacles, they feel like they want to continue to work on this. We saw the Ace of Pentacles and the energy between you. So I do get a strong sense that your person wants to try again, but I think they know they were the one who really screwed this up. The actions that they want to take towards you, however, are the Two of Swords and Strength. So they're not taking any action towards you as much as they want to. The Knight of Wands can be a very slow moving energy. Although it's a very dedicated and a very loyal energy, it's also not very fast to move things along. And this Two of Swords is telling me that your person is kind of stuck. It could be because if they did screw up, if they did cheat or lie or not be transparent or held things back or whatever this is for you in your personal situation, they may be feeling stuck because they probably feel like you're not going to take them back. So they're not doing anything. They want you back. They know they screwed up, but they're stuck. They have this Strength card though in their actions, which tells me that they're really trying to overcome their pride, overcome their ego. To admit that you made a huge mistake requires you to push your ego and your pride to the side. And so I feel like your person really understands that they would have to do that. Part of what's making them feel stuck is admitting that they did something wrong. They know they did something wrong. They feel that they did something wrong. To themselves, they're acknowledging that they did something wrong. They know the only way to get you back is to acknowledge that to you, but that requires them swallowing their pride. Your feelings are the Hermit and the Scythe. You are very cautious about this person. You are feeling the red flags. You're feeling the warning signs. You're seeing the flags all over the field. And you're really just taking some time, or at least you feel like taking some time to yourself with this Hermit card. I do get the sense that you would prefer to just take care of yourself, nurture yourself in this situation. You could be contemplating starting this relationship over because we did see this Ace of Pentacles, but you could be also contemplating not starting this over. You're sort of in that stage right now where you're still trying to figure out which direction you want to go, which direction you want to take this relationship. All you know right now is that there have been some red flags, a reason to be cautious. The warning is here with the Scythe. And it feels like with this Hermit card here, you feel content being on your own. You feel safe being on your own. You feel secure. You can nurture yourself, as I said, in this connection. So it does sort of feel like that. I think that with the Hermit card here, you're just willing to receive some information. So I think that it feels to me, Leo, that you're just sitting back and watching what this person is going to do, how they're going to fix the situation. But so far, I see them doing nothing. So therefore, this relationship might never be able to start over because one of you has to initiate that. The actions that you are taking are the Four of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So this is a feeling where you still feel like you want to be with this person. There could be a foundation already set with this person. You could already have a history with this person. You could have been in a long-standing type of situation with them. But you also know with the Seven of Wands that it's going to be an uphill battle also with this person. But there is something that still bonds you with this Four of Wands. There is still something there. There's an intimate connection that exists between the two of you, but you know that there's been enough damage done that it is going to require a lot of work, a lot of fight, a lot of want, a lot of passion in order to keep this moving forward. Your person sees you as the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So they see you as anticipating that this is going to require a lot of work. So that's what we just said about you, almost exactly. So I feel like your person is seeing you correctly, but they see you as still wanting to take ambitious action towards this entire situation. They feel that you would still be willing to do the work, but yet I think the problem here is their ego and their pride. We'll keep going. They're reading the room correctly when it comes to you, Leo. They are seeing you as someone who anticipates it will be a lot of work, but you are willing to roll up your sleeves and continue to do the work. You see them as the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups. So I think you are also reading the room pretty correctly. This Five of Cups is saying that your person feels extremely disappointed in themselves, disappointed in how this relationship went, the direction that it took. They understand with the Five and the Six of Cups, this is going to take some time to heal. Perhaps they need to do some shadow work when it comes to why they did the things they did to you in the first place. It's a lot of work here, and you're both acknowledging that. So I think that you know each other well enough. There is enough history here with the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands. There is enough history between the two of you and experience between the two of you that you both know that this is going to require a lot of work if you even so choose to come back and give this a fresh start. I think your person's intentions are the Four of Cups and the Road. So this to me tells me that your person is really thinks that keeping the peace is going to happen by them choosing a different way. So what I mean by that is your person is very strongly contemplating leaving this situation and leaving this relationship. And I'm getting that because, again, I really do feel like it is their own ego that is getting in the way, that they feel like no matter what they do, you're going to reject them. But I think that feels to me like that's more of an excuse, because what we have seen from these cards so far is that your person really does think you would take them back. I see you giving them another chance if they were to come to you in the right way. But it's their ego. The Strength card here is right there, and it's staring me right in the face. Their ego, their pride is not allowing them to tell you, I know I screwed up. So they are really very much contemplating just leaving this situation behind and making excuses that that's the only way to keep the peace. It's like they're putting it on you and saying, well, they're not going to take me back anyway, so I guess I'll just have to go. So the High Priestess and the Clover are in your intentions. So again, I feel like you know, or you feel like this could be your person with the Clover, that there is a way for them to overcome this. You intuitively know that this can be overcome, but you are not going to do anything about it. And nor do I think you should. Your person has their own battle going within. Your person probably has to heal some inner conflict. They have to resolve that. And you can't fix that for them. This may have been your lucky person. This may have been a lucky break. But I think you also know that your intuition is telling you the right thing to do right now. Your intuition is getting that breakthrough that's telling you, I can't be the one to fix this, because they'll never face their pride. They'll never face their ego. They're never going to get this in the right way if I fix this for them. They have their own shadow work to do. And so we have the Six of Wands, the Mountain, the Seven of Cups, and the Cross. And this, again, these are the things that it's very clear to me that this is an extremely challenging relationship, because even when you come together, there's blockages, there's karma to be cleared out, there's confusion, there's ego. We have the Six of Wands, Seven of Cups, Mountain, and the Cross. This is an incredibly challenging relationship regardless. Even if you were both trying to do the shadow work, this feels like a very karmic relationship. What I also feel is that you have done a lot of your shadow work, but your person has not. And so I think, Leo, that is why we started this saying the universe is really nudging you away from this person. You're showing up as the High Priestess, so really listen to your intuition when it comes to this person, to this relationship, because I do get the sense that the universe is really nudging you away. There could possibly have been a third party with the Snake and the Three of Cups, or at least something that's been communicated to you that might have been a secret to you in one way or another. So make that part make sense for you. You would already know what that is, though. But with the Tower and the Ship, the universe is behind keeping the two of you apart. There are blockages, there's karma, but you've already learned your lesson. You have already untied your own karmic spaghetti. And it's time with the Tower and the Ship, Leo. It really looks to me like it's time to move on, unless your person really faces their ego and admits to you what they truly did wrong and taking accountability. That's the most important step here. And unless that happens, the universe is really saying, just move on with your life, because you have other things to be doing. So there you go, Leo. That is your love reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.